This is Things My Friends Say. I'm Chris.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Tyler.
And we're back.
Should have had a sound effect ready.
No, I said that. I was really saying that because you said you're this, you're this, you're this. And I said, and we are all back.
We're all back.
What have we been up to? What have you guys been doing?
Well, since we've made our last one, I was still in school, and every other time you guys were able to record, I was getting my ass kicked by one of the 12 books I had to read last semester, so I had to read,
Oh,
Thanks.
Jesus.
Thanks,
hey,
Dad.
You know, this is awkward. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'll explain what that is. Shut the hell up. Jesus. Oh, my God. It's still going. How can it reach to here? Okay. Sorry about that.
Anyways, so I had to, read 3 books in the last week of the semester, so I didn't have any chance, the last 2 weeks on top of finals and that to record, so that's why we've put that on hold a little bit. But now the semester's over, and I'm free, other than work, waiting to get back to school so I can graduate and get a real job. What are you, Jeremy? What are you doing?
What I've been doing? You guys played Super Mario Brothers 2?
No, nobody's played Super Mario Brothers 2. I don't even know if that came out in America.
Well, I haven't either. Chris, what are you doing?
I had a kid.
Oh.
Which is what you just heard. I'm going to explain that real quick. There's this thing called an Owlet Smart Sock.
A what?
Okay? Owlet. Owlet Smart Sock. Like outlet, but with no T, and it's like the Duolingo owl.
A smart sock?
Yes.
That sound...
What you do is you take it, and it has like a little monitor attached, not like a screen monitor, like a
What is it?
heartbeat.
It's really a sock?
It's like it looks like a Greek sandal.
Okay.
You okay? Oh my God, we just got back and you're about to choke and die.
Swallow my gum.
You Velcroed onto your kid's foot, and it feeds information to the app on your phone, and it tells you what their heart rate is and how much oxygen they're getting in their body. So I don't know if you've ever seen when you go to the hospital and they put that thing on your finger.
Yes.
And it's got the red light on it.
You don't have to go to the hospital for that, but yeah, they do it to you.
Okay. It's the same thing, except you take it home. Every time it gets disconnected,
It probably doesn't cost you $5,000 either.
no, it's like $150, almost $200. Every time it gets disconnected, if the baby is moving too much, or if the sock isn't put on correctly, it plays that tune, which surprises me because we're at Jeremy's house, and I don't live too far away from
Was
here.
it Wi-Fi connected?
I thought so.
Well, then you're connected to his Wi-Fi, and it's connected to the Wi-Fi, so it probably just has your phone, maybe?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe it's
but
just
it
on
went
the
off
internet?
and it told me that it was disconnected. So that's that. But yeah, it's really just so you can have some peace of mind, because what'll happen is it tells you the healthy ranges, and if it falls into an unhealthy range, there's a base that goes with it. And the light turns from green to red, and it plays that, and it plays a different tone to wake you up in case something is wrong. So it's pretty cool. It's woken us up a shit ton of times for no reason at all. Like, it'll just go off.
Sounds a little scary.
Yeah, it's stressful, but it's better than staying up and looking at your baby every 15 minutes to make sure that he or she is breathing.
You just say they.
They, he, she, they,
It.
Wombo.
Wombo.
He, she,
Wombo. But yeah, anyways.
So what's your kid's name?
His name is Oliver.
Jimbo.
Jimbo Ray. Jimmy. No,
Nice.
it's Oliver.
O.J. Ray.
Oliver Lawrence. He was born at a whopping 8 pounds, 9 ounces,
Exactly as I predicted.
22 inches long. Oh, sorry, 19 inches long. 22 is where he's at now. And it's been hard. Not nearly as hard for Megan as it was for me, but it's been...
What?
What?
You said not nearly as hard for Megan as it
Oh,
was
sorry,
for you.
backwards. That's backwards. Not nearly as hard for me as it was for Megan, because
Yeah, don't worry, Megan, I
was
got
the
you.
one watching him most nights.
We
Like, if I fell
apologize,
asleep and I
Megan.
thought she was asleep and she's watching him, so it's been a challenge. Children are a challenge.
Well, let us tell you, congrats.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Oh, give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah,
Nice.
no one else was.
Well,
Well, fucking,
you didn't wait very long.
we've seen him already.
That was kind of funny. Yeah. You held him, Jeremy.
I held the baby.
Good job.
he held my hand, but he was also pissed off right before that, and then after he let go, he was pissed off again. So I said, "You're mad? I don't want to make you worse."
You said, "Man, my hands are fucking broke."
I said he could shit, and Megan said I have to clean him up. So
He
was also kind of fussy.
He's got rocket shits.
Rockets.
Like the other day, we gave him a bath, and I was wrapping him up because you have to blanket them as soon as they come out. They have to dry or they get cold, like a normal person, except they're babies.
just like in real life.
Right. So I'm like holding him, and I'm sitting in bed, and he rips a giant fart, and I was like, "Oh no, no!" Yeah, I didn't laugh because I was like, haha. It was like nervous laughter though. I was like, "Uh oh, I'm in danger." So I put him on the bed, and I like open up the blanket, and there was a big old piece of poop in there. And Megan came over and was like, "Oh my god." And then he farted and he like more shot out and we were like, "No." And she like lifted his leg up and he shot out more after that and it was all over the blanket. So that's happened to me twice now.
Did he get a second bath?
Huh? No.
what?
We just wiped him down.
You
You
just-
get the
oh.
wipes. He didn't get all over his legs. He's got it on butthole. That was it. No big deal. No big deal at all. I mean, it's either that or you get pissed on. So, and that's happened.
You don't even need a kid for that.
No.
No, R. Kelly. Anyways,
Yikes.
but anyways, enough about me.
Enough.
Let's talk about something.
You spent a whole month with that boy. Tell us some about him. Is he funny? Does he have jokes?
No, he's not funny yet.
Make jokes?
He doesn't make jokes. He doesn't have a job.
Does he got cool mittens?
Sounds like
He's
a
got
punk.
mittens, but they're not cool.
Why aren't they cool ones? Why don't you give him?
Yeah,
The
that's-
reason we put
that's your
the reason
problem.
we put the mittens on him is because he's got a gun under his eyelid, and anytime they're not on, he tries to reach for it. I've seen him stick a whole finger under his eyelid before.
It's
Yikes.
high noon.
Basically, yeah. And then every time you make him mad, he goes to reach for it.
He really tries to stick his fingers under his
He's-
eyelids.
Well, they have
Fingernails.
nails, and they will like claw their face. And for a little while, when he would throw a fit, he'd like grab his face and like pull his hands down really hard. So you put the mittens on them so they can't claw their face.
He sounds like a gamer.
He's a real gamer. We actually bottle feed him Mountain Dew.
Nice.
Yeah, but I mean,
Dust the baby bottle tip with Doritos.
yeah, we actually get it wet and then we crunch up the Doritos and we like put it on there so there's like a Dorito powder.
Gamer
and then-
margarita.
Yeah. On the ice, please. But yeah, I don't know. On the real, it was frustrating. And looking back, he was so much easier in the beginning. Like his cry, he didn't have like this like, it was like an under textured cry. It was just like, and we used to freak out when he did that. We were like, oh no.
His vocal cords are now developed.
Yeah, we were like, oh no, he's crying. We were like panicking, and like we wouldn't put him in the bassinet. We would just hold him, and
He's
we would
practicing
take
for
turns.
his band now.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna be in a metal band.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, I know. We're totally excited for him. Where he's like punching holes in the walls already.
Oh,
like he's
yikes.
Change his name to Kyle.
Huh?
Change his name to Kyle.
Yeah, I'm going to get a monster. But we didn't sleep really. Like we would hold him. I would hold him, or Megan would hold him, and it would be like, okay, I'm gonna sleep for 10 minutes, and then when I come back, I will hold him, and you can sleep for 10 minutes. And we did that for like 2 days. We slept for like a combined hour and a half for 2 days. It was a nightmare. And then finally, my mom and Megan's mom came over separately, obviously not together. And
They can be friends. Who cares?
well, they can be, but they came over at separate times, and they
Okay.
both told us. That's why it was more meaningful. Like, they said, put him in the bassinet and sleep in your bed. So we did, and we slept for 3 hours one night, and that was amazing. Now he cries like a freaking banshee. He's got a banshee cry.
Give me an
Especially
example.
when you wipe his butthole, he gets really mad. Like, he gets very upset, and he's like screaming, and but it's okay. You sing to him, wrap him up.
What do you sing him?
Huh?
What do you sing him?
I don't know. Anything. I say,
Frank Sinatra,
yeah, no, I sing him Josh Groban.
Josh Groban.
You raise me. What?
What?
With permission, I hope.
What? I said Josh Groban, not like,
Grope.
yeah, not like you were doing the groping. I was just making a joke about his name.
Huh.
Come on.
Huh.
Get your mind out
I'm
of the
on
gutter.
edge, man. I'm on edge.
Yeah, you got a fucking kid that's like, you awake, Dad? Are you awake?
He's strong. He's very strong. You ever try to put a small, young Ray boy into a new clothes?
What?
Into a clothes. A
I've
onesie.
never tried to put anybody
You
in your
put the
family
one
into a
arm in.
clothes.
You put the one arm in, and then when you go to grab the other arm, he like stiff arms and he won't like lift his arm. Really hard to unbend it.
It's like an action figure.
Yeah, basically. But
He's
babies
like one of
are,
those
babies
kung
are
fu-
pliable.
Kung fu
What does that
action.
mean? Like he can mold
Bend
him?
'em. You can bend them a little bit.
Don't bend the baby.
What?
Don't bend
You
your
can
baby.
bend him in all kinds of shapes. It's crazy.
Oh shit.
What's really fun? What's kind of funny though is that when like if he has gas, if you have him on his back and you grab his legs, if you push them up into his stomach and then straighten them out, it works the gas out. So like if you
He
go like
just
this,
farts.
sometimes he'll just keep farting as you. It'll go like when you like push it up. It's kind of funny because he also makes the face when you do it. He goes,
You're treating him like a toy?
"No, I'm trying to work the gas out of him because he's
That's
got
like
an
you're
upset."
trying to
He's
Yeah.
not a toy, he's a machine.
Yeah, he's a machine,
He's a growing
and he's gonna
machine.
beat you up in like a month.
Fart machine?
Yeah, he's a fart machine.
A real one.
Kung
Yeah.
fu action.
We waited 9 months for a fart machine.
Could have just gone to Best Buy.
My niece has a fart gun, and she bought that for like $10 from Target, and
Well, this kid's only cost you $7, so you've got a better deal so far.
7 something.
7.
Hmm?
7 what?
$7.
I got them from the vending machine, dude.
Oh.
Not like one of the soda ones where it like drops off the top shelf and it hits the thing and then all the fizz is gone by the time you open it, but like one of like those like ones where you twist it and it's in the little capsule and then you pop open the capsule.
Yeah.
Those ones are more fun.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's a lot more humane. There's lots of babies in there. We just hit the random button.
Just gotta
It span,
Jib
and then it
jab.
just went,
You said let's get the one that looks more like me than it does Megan.
ooh.
I don't know why that's like I don't know why that's a competition.
That wasn't a competition. There was no competition. What happened?
Maybe he looks more
my-
like you, but maybe she was a cuter baby. Maybe you have an
Oh,
uglier
Megan
baby.
was a cuter baby. I was ugly as hell.
Oh, so she mad that the kid's ugly?
No,
Nobody's
it-
saying
no,
that.
No, it wasn't.
but-
It wasn't originally a competition until I sent a picture of me, or someone said that he looked like me. I think Megan did, and Megan's mom said, "No, he doesn't look like him." You know, here's all these things. So I thought she might be right, and I texted my mom and I said, "Send me some pictures of me as a baby." And she sent them, and I said, "That's me. He looks exactly like me. Although I look like a fat mafia baby. He just looks like a thinner
Mafia
version
baby?
of thinner mafia baby."
You're lucky we don't live in the
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 Italians.
Northeast. They'd be like, that motherfucker does not look like us.
Hey, I'm trying to be a baby. But I sent the pictures to Megan after I showed her, and she sent them to her family, and they all disagreed. So then she showed me pictures of her and said, "Oh, he looks like me." And I said, "No, he looks like me." So she put it up on Instagram. I won 78% to 22%.
And then she also posted that post that said, who does he look like now? And I said, still Chris. And then
Yeah.
she didn't message me back. She hates me.
But yeah, it's not really a competition because honestly, and I told her, when you break it down, he's a little bit of me and a little bit of her. So obviously, it's like what is it? The man, the dream guy.
Oh no.
You know,
He's a little bit of everyone.
yeah, like if someone else sees him, they're like, "Oh yeah, I can see Megan in that." And then some people look at him, they're like, "Oh no, I can see Chris in that." Like no one, you see the characteristics to you that stick out and who they belong to.
He's half and half. He's like Neapolitan, you know?
Yeah.
Neapolitan's only 2 flavors.
Well, that's
What?
What?
Strawberry chocolate is one flavor, and then
Vanilla.
banana is the other
Oh,
flavor.
yeah. New age Neapolitan.
It may as well be 2 flavors because strawberry is ass, and only chocolate and vanilla matter.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that the flavor ass is the equivalent
Oh, no,
of
no,
strawberry
no, no,
to
no, no,
Neapolitan,
no,
and I was
no.
like, we know what Chris's favorite treat is.
No, not at all.
Big old scoop
No, we're not.
I don't like that
That
noise.
was
That
gross.
wasn't supposed to be a noise, but
Full scoop of Gucci.
that's my line. You can't use that.
Please, sir. May I have some more? I don't.
Fuck me.
No, that's how you got a kid. That's where Oliver came from. We're not doing that again. You
Damn.
aren't ready for another one.
No,
You just
not
had this
yet.
one.
Not yet. We're still working on the number one.
Keep it to yourself for a while. We'll be fine. We're all family here.
We're all
What?
We're Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Yeah,
And
I don't
when
mean
I-
us and the listeners. We're not family yet, but you, me, and Jeremy, we're all
Maybe to you.
brothers.
To me, all the listeners are fam. We're all fam in this together. Hey,
We're all
We're
famine.
all in this together. Don't know the rest of the song?
I
when you go and you choke on a sock
Da, da,
and
America.
I don't think that's where those movies take place.
no.
Wildcat High School?
Bobcats.
Bobcats?
I think it's Wildcats.
Is
dude.
it Wildcats?
I think so.
Wild.
Zac Efron, can you like
gotta
text
get your
me?
head in the game.
He has my number. Trust me. What's he in? A movie?
Baywatch.
In
Yeah,
Baywatch?
he's in some
He's
flops.
also
Rockstar.
in that movie where he's a psychopath and he's
Which also flopped.
with
Mr.
Jennifer Lopez.
Mr. Bundy?
Zac Efron, give it up after your last good one instead of making more bad ones.
What was his last good one?
Couldn't tell you.
He was in the
High
Ted
School
Bundy
Musical.
movie and he did a
Oh,
pretty
I
good
thought that's
job
what you're
with
talking
that one.
about.
No.
What crazy
Oh.
movie?
But they sold that to Netflix, so like it didn't do as good as it would have done if
It was a pretty
wasn't
good
sold to-
movie,
I mean,
but-
but like, I feel like Netflix is like a cap. Like if you sell it to Netflix, you're like, it wasn't going to do that great in the theaters, and that's what they do.
So it's like the old school straight to DVD sequels.
Kind of, yeah. That's what
Yeah.
all of Adam Sandler's movies started doing. They're Netflix exclusives because nobody wants to go to the movie theater to see Adam Sandler anymore.
They paid him $100 million for 4 movies. So.
Netflix is doing you a favor. Adam Sandler was out there in the wild, just making
He was
movies left
making
and right.
Jack and Jill, Grown Ups 2.
When are they going to do that with Owen Wilson? Please.
Owen Wilson.
No,
He's not
Owen
doing
Wilson.
much. He's kind of been
Disney already
chilling.
did that with Owen Wilson. Disney trapped Owen Wilson's body in that car. They make you think it's CGI, but that's not. That is a soul capsule for Owen Wilson's soul, and they are protecting you.
Every time
Ka-chow! Shoot me!
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, next time you think Disney hasn't done you any favors, check again. They're protecting you from Owen Wilson. Thank you, Cars 1 through 3.
Wow.
Anyways, what else have we done? What else are we
well,
doing?
way before.
Oh wait, hang on. I guess we didn't even so
So what?
what is right? We're back. You
Season
know?
2.
We're
Oh,
back.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
we're
it's like
back.
it's like season 2. We didn't intend on taking that long of a break, but you know that's just how life happens. But now we have I want to say this episode may be like odd man out as far as what I'm going to say from now, like what we plan on doing, like with dare I call it a show? Is that what this is? Is it a show?
It's an audio show.
It's a program.
It's an audiobook.
There you go.
It's
We
not
read a
one of those.
book. We wrote it before we read it.
Yeah,
That's how they go.
that's how they go.
But anyways, so we plan on being we have some episodes where we literally just bullshit the whole thing. And we feel like while maybe funny, those may be the poorer quality. I don't want to say poor quality, but just lesser. Like we feel less confident in those. But like episodes like we had the what one was it?
Conspiracy one.
The conspiracy one.
Space
The
one.
space one. Those ones were pretty solid. We had some information going in. It's like
The
when
hiking one was.
that one, the last one that we did.
Was that the last one we did?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
season
that's a
one
long time
finale?
ago.
We usually BS it, like I said, or that's usually how it happens. But when we come prepared, like they tell you to do before you're supposed to give a speech, we have a better time because we aren't floundering and flopping. I don't know if that's the right word.
No, that sounds good.
But
Sounds good.
so we have some material to go off of. We have some information to give you. Maybe you learn something. I mean, God forbid you listen to something that's funny and you also learn something. I would honestly hate for anybody to step away from anything that we've ever said and have more knowledge, like real knowledge, like I don't know, maybe you're on Jeopardy one day and that one guy hopefully he's beat cancer so
Alex
he can
Trebek.
keep going up on the Jeopardy show. Mm-hmm. And then he says, "Hey, listener from that podcast, what's this?" And then you say, "Oh yeah, Chris said that one time. This is the facts."
Chris said, "Ka-chow, kill me."
Yeah. What did Owen Wilson say in Cars 4? You're
and
like,
then
oh, the podcast said that.
underneath it says you have to say it in his voice.
You're all, oh,
Someone's
I remember
like,
this from...
What is ka-chow? Kill me. And he's like, that is correct. Ding, ding, ding,
You're like,
ding,
thank you, things my friends say. I'm so glad I learned some things.
Real quick, this is just a quick side tangent, and I know I talked about it before. So in our small town, we've had a large amount of mosquitoes in the last couple days. Speaking of facts, this is just random.
Oh, okay. So we're playing into what we're talking about.
Yeah, I looked up facts because I was sick of getting bit by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can only fly 1.5 miles an hour. Mosquitoes will lay 200 eggs every 3 days. Females are the only ones that bite.
Give you the suck.
Mosquitoes
Yep,
cannot navigate well in wind because it blows off your
Stinkies.
lactose and your CO2 that you're giving off. It
They
blows it
love
around,
breath.
and they can't find you. And
It also
there
probably
are
blowing them around.
35. Well, that's but I mean, this was just like the scientific. Like this is it. There are 3,500 species of mosquito.
You know what I gotta say about that?
What?
They all suck.
Yes. And the
Facts.
bumps come
Straight
from the
facts.
saliva in their little blades they have when they give you the suck.
Yeah, they
So
give you a little
mosquito
poison in
comes
you.
on
Yeah,
down,
and
they
affects
go.
you.
And it's like dirty. Just
Get
random
you.
facts. We're having a mosquito epidemic right now.
And also, mosquitoes are like one of the only species of anything that if they didn't exist, it would, I'm pretty sure from if it's still true, what I read was that it would not do anything to the ecosystem whatsoever.
Did you know that in Maine, where there's a big mosquito problem, every year they release thousands of dragonflies to eat mosquitoes every year? It's like a whole deal.
That's pretty
Like
sick.
they're like release the dragons and they like unleash like that.
I mean, that's a dragonfly noise, but I was expecting a dragon
They like
noise.
release a ton of dragonflies to combat the mosquito problem.
Can't make a dragon noise. Oh shit.
I hated that.
But I thought that was cool. Also, I guess there are, like I said, back to the dragonflies. They eat them in adult form and larva form.
Sauteed?
Basically, no, like the baby dragonflies eat
Yeah.
baby mosquitoes.
Ooh.
Adult dragonflies eat adult mosquitoes. Mosquitoes hibernate. Anything below 50 degrees, they shut down and they try to find a warm place to lay eggs, or they lay their eggs in frozen water so they keep. And then in the spring, when everything thaws, mosquitoes come out.
Bullshit.
Mosquitoes are attracted to dark colors
Mmm.
because your body creates more heat. They actually try and come to heat. So if you are wearing black or dark colors, they're drawn to it. So that's why if you're ever wearing dark, they come for you.
So at night, then why are the
Well,
mosquitoes
most
still-
mosquitoes are mainly either they're like dusk or dawn feeders.
Gotcha.
There are some that come out at night, but for the most part, it's like either one or the other. It's like
The
right
sun will
before.
cook them, and
Yeah.
the moon freezes them.
Yeah,
Okay, back from peeing. We can stop talking about mosquitoes.
perfect. Go ahead and continue. That was just a side tangent. Facts.
Anyways, facts. Real quick, I just want to say that we're going to do the best job that we absolutely can because I really don't want to edit all that much out of this. So we're just going to give you a good ass show from here on out. And two, I want to thank Jess for being, no offense to literally anybody else, but you just aren't, our biggest supporter. She
That's true.
made stickers and pins and she gave them away for free at cost of her own. She has been, I don't know if, she says overcompensated for her work. I don't even know if I would say the compensation
What?
has been enough, but
How?
I gave her money.
I know, but like how?
What do you mean?
How how much she's done for us? I feel like.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
We got free advertising from her. I mean, that's or more.
Yeah. And I mean, and she almost didn't take the money, but I had somebody else give it to her, so she didn't know it was coming
Smart
from me
move.
immediately.
Smart move.
So,
Middleman.
anyways, but yes, Jess, you have done an absolute great amount for us, and she's made stickers, she's made pins. If you're interested in those, you can contact us or her on Twitter or Instagram. I guess we have a Facebook. I could put that information up on
Yeah.
Facebook. We have a Twitter. We could put that
and
information
I
up
just
on
want
Twitter
to
and
I just
Instagram.
want to throw out how cool it is to doodle something and then give it to someone who is able to bring it to life in like such a a great way. Like it's incredible. Like her work is just so good. It's like mind blowing how awesome that is. I actually went through and saw her the other day, but I wasn't thinking about thanking her. So when you hear this, thanks a lot.
Yes.
I didn't have a baby in the back seat.
Big shout out.
Yes, thank you, Jess. Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We have that. If you're listening because Jess made art and you saw her at SAC Anime, thank you for coming. But give Jess a follow too. Her name's Jess Orahel. I will post her on our
Instagram,
on everything.
Twitter.
I will
Yeah.
add her on
All
everything.
the
So,
stuff.
That's fair, yeah.
but thank you, Jess. We love you.
Big ups.
So what else is going on? What's happened in the past month?
Before the birth of my child, it's actually
BC.
the week of BC.
Before Chris's baby.
I was late to the show and saw. Oh my lord!
Round 2.
I'm about to text Megan and be like, "Can you get that? Can you strap that boy on?"
Woo!
You're fucking- Damn.
I saw Avengers Endgame.
We're just gonna ignore that you said, man, I want to tell my wife to strap that thing on. All right.
Wink, wink.
Anyways, Avengers
Rev up those
Endgame.
strap-ons. Saw Avengers Endgame, and I know that I'm
I saw it too.
very late. Very late.
No, but like honestly, we can talk about it free. If you haven't seen it and you care about spoilers, then that's your fault, not my fault.
It's been
That's
a few.
true.
It's been a month.
Everybody who was going to see it saw it in the first 2 weeks anyway. And if they don't care, then they didn't see it.
No, that's true. Yeah.
It was. I feel like it was one of those things where it was like Infinity War. Everybody knew exactly what was going to happen, and then Endgame, everybody was like, "Don't spoil it, don't spoil it." And then, but if you cared about it being spoiled or not, you saw it,
Yeah.
and that was it. But anyways, we could talk about that.
Yeah. Continue, Chris.
Yeah.
Continue.
What'd you guys think?
I
enjoyed
thought.
it.
Jeremy, go ahead first. You go on ahead first.
I enjoyed it. Thought it was a good way to end some stories in there and be able to start some new ones.
Who's your favorite superhero?
My
in
favorite
that movie?
superhero?
In that movie.
Oh, Iron Man.
Okay. Good choice. Anyways,
Obviously.
Tyler, your thoughts?
I thought that.
Round 3.
Is there any way we can name the podcast the same lullaby that's playing right now?
Just have that be the episode title. Is that sound?
I'm going to listen to.
It kind of reminds me of One Missed Call. Have you seen that movie? The scary
Yeah.
movie where it's
Yeah.
like the little girl dies in the fire and then she's got like a tormented, possessed soul and it's in the phones or something. And she's like, everybody has nightmares, like daytime hallucinations of like terrible like monster people and like terrible like things happening. And then they end up dying within, so don't they die like, oh, it's themselves calling the phone, their
they
own
die.
phone, and they leave themselves a voicemail. It's of them dying.
Yeah, and then the ending, she has to crawl through a vent, and the
Yeah,
dead
and then
body
that-
is in
and it,
there,
like,
and
grabs
like
her.
crawls on top of her, and it like
Yeah.
ends everything for some reason. Was she like bring something to it, or like put closure to it all, or like
I
what
don't
does she
remember
do?
what
Because
she
it
does.
ends all of it, whatever it does.
I just know that having daytime hallucinations of like terrible scary shit like that is literally my biggest fear. Like it's different like being in bed and being like, oh, what was that noise down the hall? But like driving your car and being afraid that you're gonna see like, I don't know, somebody eating somebody on the side of the road, that scares me a lot more than it being 3:30 a.m. when shit's supposed to be bad, or when you're told and all the movies say that it's supposed to be bad, rather than 4 p.m. driving down the road.
That's true.
Like
Being home alone during the day, like when you're more scared, is more scary than being home alone at night. Because you expect the scariness at night. During the day, if you're by yourself and you hear a noise somewhere in your house or something, you're like, "What the fuck? You shouldn't be here yet.
okay,
Our appointment's not until
go back to
until
bed for a
3.
while.
Yeah, go to bed."
Your shift's not started yet.
Anyways, Avengers Endgame. I feel like I liked Infinity War more.
Boo.
And if we had a lot more action going on.
I mean, not that. I feel like some of like the end of Endgame, like the whole like desolate wasteland that they made, like where the Avengers hideout was. I feel like that was a lot less visually appealing, and it felt more like a video game to me than than like the, I don't know, the setting of Infinity War. Also, I feel like Thanos wasn't as like polished visually in Endgame. Like at the end, like his 2014 version that like came back. Also, I just kind of don't like time travel, but also the way they did it, like and how they did it, they left like a lot of open spaces. So they said like literally anybody could come back for anything, and I guess that's all right. But also, it's been 15 years, so they just need to stop. But I do like my favorite one. It was Thor.
Oh, now you don't like him because he's fat. You're an
No,
asshole. You're
no.
an asshole.
No, it's not because
body
of that.
shaming?
It was because Captain America was my favorite, and then Thor was hilarious and funny, so he was automatically the best one because he was the funniest one and the hottest one. And then Captain America got the hammer, and then I said, I love Captain America again.
I liked it. I feel like you're right. There wasn't as much action, but when there was action, it was good. And I feel like it was a lot of tying off, especially when you look at how much all of those, all the Avengers have been through, and how some of them weren't able to come face to face with their demons of the past or their regrets of the past, and having them go back, like Thor, for instance, like having a breakdown because of his mom and who he is now and not being able to face that. I think that's meaningful. Having Captain America go back and see Peggy.
I thought that was weird how they ended it on that scene. How they showed him old first, and then they ended it on that. And I mean, I guess the way they did it, like, they wanted that to be, like, the surprise, like, the end. But
Guys last, you guys dance.
I think, I mean, it was good. Like, I guess I appreciate that. And they said that his, like, her kids, like, that she had in Civil War, or the first Captain America, no, I guess the first one was back in time. So I guess Civil War, like, or the Avengers, like, whenever she has kids, that's his kids, too, they said.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
But I don't know, I feel like, which is also kind of a bummer, all of the characters that needed it got some form of closure or answers by going back in time.
Except
But Tony Stark,
okay,
who was brought into this, who didn't want to do it but ended up doing it anyways, fucking dies.
I wasn't really that sad about it, like when it happened, but the next day I was like, oh, now I'm sad.
It was heartbreaking because now his daughter is going to grow up kind of like him without really.
Okay, I know
having
the
a dad.
immediate after scene. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The immediate after scene of him dying was them at his funeral. But also, I felt like they were kind of just like, they just kind of fucking swept him under the rug. Like, because, like, I mean, I guess you can only die for so long, like, until you're dead.
Right.
But, like, also, I feel like he was there, and then he died. And then after that, it was kind of like, all right, here's the rest of the movie. And I was like,
Yeah, I can see
let me
that.
look at his body for 10 minutes and really soak it in.
Yeah. And I it was sad when Natasha died also.
See, I feel like I don't give a fuck that happened.
Well, I think once they come out with, and I hope they do it justice, her movie that explains her past.
No, yeah, they
that
should
will
have-
give you that tie.
They should have done that first.
Yeah, they should have.
They really should have, like,
they weren't
because
thinking
she's
about
only
it.
been like, I don't want to say, she's been like by no means like a main character. She's
No.
been like, I mean, she's been one of the Avengers, and she's been more of a player than Hawkeye. And then like, honestly, like after Thor, the Hulk, Iron Man, and Captain America, I guess I would say she's like, okay, I guess I would even put her past Ant-Man now. I would say Ant-Man is 5th place, and then Natasha 6th place. But like, even like after like her being those, I guess I also didn't see Iron Man 2, or what other movie she was in. I didn't see any of the Thor movies. I didn't see Iron Man 2. So those were like, I know she was a player in Iron Man 2. Anyways, but like I feel like they, from the Avengers movies, didn't really, I don't know, I feel like they didn't do her justice for me to really be like all that sad about her dying.
I think they put the heavy influence on that in mainly like Age of Ultron is where it starts, because that's when her and Bruce have kind of a that relationship going on, and you kind of get the idea of her wanting something more, but she can't have kids because of the program that she went through, and because of the Hulk's radiation, like he can't do anything, and I feel like that's where it started. But I mean, it's not like she doesn't have her own movie, so it's hard to have that
She's always
individual tie. I feel like she's more like
A
where it
side
stands now.
character.
She's a plot device.
been like, yeah.
I feel like that's what it feels like, more of a plot device than anything. Because
didn't-
you didn't have that emotional tie to her. I felt sad still, because I respect her as a character, and she's badass. I want to see the movie when it comes out, when she has her own movie. But as it stands right now, she was an Avengers piece, and like that was it. You don't get to see her outside of Avengers doing her own thing. Even Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, I feel something for her. Like I feel like she, what she's been through, what she's done. I feel like there's.
I mean, I feel like because they show you with Vision, like with her being with Vision, and like they show you like having like feelings like for him, like with Natasha, she was just kind of like, I'm implied sad because I don't have my makeshift family anymore, and maybe they say that explicitly, but like also it's kind of like the whole group is sad for like the same reason she's sad, so like I don't necessarily feel more for her that she's sad that they're all gone because they all feel that. So I feel
think
like
it's because she never had a family.
no, I know
why
that's
it's
what they,
more
yeah, that's
heavy.
like that's the point. But like
And-
also like they were all kind of, I don't want to say all outcasts. I mean Tony Stark had like what he had. I want to say he had more of a family like at the end like than anybody else because he wasn't out of his time. He was like all his choices he made were because he was making them, and I mean yeah, he was doing what he had to do, but like also he had his friends and his people like surrounding him the whole time. Like Cap was 50, 60 years out of like his element. Or Bruce Banner had to like run away. Like so, I mean, I don't want to say they all have been in like the same extent as her, but like I feel like similar. I don't know if what I'm saying is like blasphemous or not, but like I don't know. I feel like them coming out with the movie for her first would have done her a lot more justice, like, and made it more impactful.
I agree.
Because
But
I feel
like they didn't do it because it would have been a random movie that didn't tie into their streamline of events. Like
they should have made it a long time ago.
What they should have. I just think that like
should've came
with
out
all
before
the
Iron Man
Avengers
2.
movies coming out, they didn't want to throw her movie in there and have people be like, well, what's that have to do with everything else going on right now when they have, Captain
I mean, they did that
Marvel
with Ant-Man though.
and the Wasp?
I mean, yeah, the only thing
But-
that tied it in was like the very end scene.
Right, but I mean
that's all that tied most of them
his was
together.
going on
same
while the
time.
other ones were going on. I think that's why. But I mean, like I said, I agree. I wish they would have put out that movie sooner, especially before.
They
If
could've
they were
done-
able to fit Captain Marvel in before, they could have fit in a movie with, Natasha in it.
I forgot about her. I don't like a character that is, it's nothing against her character. I just don't like the Superman trope where they have like a bunch of powers and then there's like one, like where there's a team who have multiple powers and then like, I mean, Thor's also almost pushing it. Like he has like thunder powers and he's like super strong and he can fly kind
but
of.
he's a demigod.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's
Oh,
that,
God,
but
sorry.
like also, like Superman. My problem with him is he has a whole team of people who do the exact like everything that he can do. He has one person who has one part of him, and like I don't really like in the whatever the
Justice League?
yeah, the Justice League. Like they were all waiting for Superman to come back because they couldn't do shit. And like when they were able to like stand their ground like before Captain Marvel got there, but like after like she was fighting Thanos, it was like she was doing like a shitload like to him that like the rest of them weren't even able to do, and like just like I don't know, I just don't like that kind of like thing that's happening where they're like, well, I'm literally invincible, but then there's a bad guy, and then after you see her like be invincible, they're like, well, she's gonna have another movie, and then we're gonna have to have another bad guy that's like even stronger than her, even though she's the strongest.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like they didn't give her enough time because I feel like
It was all very fast.
I feel like with the time they did have, I feel like it was forced. I feel like they were forced in that. I think she had like 15 minutes of movie time in Endgame. In that 15 minutes, they said, well, we have to show off like everything that she can do in this 15 minutes to show what she's capable of. When I feel like it would have been more beneficial to give her like 45 minutes or 30 minutes at least and be able to spread that out a little bit more, because when she was fighting him, I feel like they were like forcing how strong she was, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it would have felt really good if they gave her more screen time and we saw more of her ability and what she could do outside of like fighting Thanos for 10 minutes and having it feel like it was like they had to put all of her, she had to have 15 minutes of 1,000% screen time with like 1,000% strength all the way. I don't know. It felt
should've-
unnatural. Is what I think that's what I'm trying to say. It just felt unnatural, and I wish they would have given her more screen time to properly show what she's capable of.
she doesn't need the rest of the team, and they should have just showed her rip Thanos' like head off by herself, and then just had the rest of the movie being about something else.
I wish they would have given more screen time to Wanda. Wanda was sick.
She was dead.
I know, but like when she runs into him and she's like, "You took everything from me," and he's like, "I don't even know who you are," and she's like, "Oh, you will." I was like, "Damn, kill him, freaking kill him." Also, when all of the Lady Avengers lined up, that was pretty sick.
I kind
was
of hope
hyping
that
that
they
up.
give Iron Man's wife, like, her suit's dope.
Isn't
her
it?
suit's fucking sick.
Yeah, it is.
It has
Recon?
a name. I can't remember what it's
Recon
called.
or Rescue.
Yes.
Give her a movie too.
I wonder if she'll be in Far Away From Home. If she will be in.
She is for a little bit.
Chris Evans is in it somehow.
Oh yeah, she's
Captain America is?
Chris Evans is part of the cast.
in the new.
Unless he's a flashback and he's part of it, but
Maybe.
But it
But-
could be like one of those TV things they had to do, like in the other Spider-Man, where he's like, "So you got the tension."
Hey, so what the fuck is up with? Not everybody died, but they went back to school like regular. Like, I mean, I'm sure there was like some sorting out, but like not every kid died. But it just so happens that because it's 5 years later,
Right.
like that's gonna be the same no matter what. So like it's just
I'm sure they had to just go back to school because they hadn't.
No,
they had
but
just been
it's-
gone. You know, it's just.
But like, are they going to address that? Like, is there? I want them to have at least one character in the new Spider-Man that grew up without them, instead of just all of his friends just conveniently died too.
I'm sure there will be. They can't really get around that at all because
I mean, they could just be like, well, it was half, and it didn't say who was who, so it just happens to be that all of his friends died with him. But
yeah. But I could see someone being like, you know, in their 20s, be like, oh,
in their
Hey.
20s.
well, yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
the
they're like,
Spider-Man.
What is he,
he's
like
like
15?
14, 15.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 20. He'd be like,
I don't know. Is he
In
Hey,
his
Peter.
in his 19s, in their 19s or 18s.
So I mean, they'll be a little older. I mean,
college.
I like Ant-Man.
It's funny.
Just want to say that.
I like Ant-Man.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, his movies weren't really like...
The first one was good. The second one was a little.
I like the second one too.
I mean, I've only seen the second one. I feel like it was a good movie. I feel like it wasn't, like, on par with, like, action and, like, the scale and, like, in-your-face, whatever, like, that the other ones are. But I still
Yeah.
feel like it was, like, a good movie on its own.
I feel like the overall themes of those movies, they kind of reflect the kind of person who's the lead
Ant-Man is
actor,
instead
and
of-
he's more comedic. Like, so his movies they had more funny in them than anything.
Yeah, like, sometimes watching a movie's work, but I didn't feel like I was at work with Ant-Man.
Yeah. Like I was just having a good
The
time.
first, you know how Luis in the second one did that whole thing where he was on the truth serum and was talking really fast about everything?
Yes.
They do a little bit more of that in the first one, where he does it a couple times, and it's I think it's funnier than when he has the truth serum part.
Ant-Man's good. Everybody can shut up who says it's not. I don't know who says it's not, but it is.
I agree.
I didn't want to see it when I first heard about it, and then I watched it. I was like,
I actually didn't care for
Nice.
when the second one was coming out. I thought that's stupid. I'm not going to watch it. And then I watched it one day at home on Netflix, and I thought,
I watched
that
it
was
the
a
night
quality
before.
cinema.
Yeah, I watched it the night before I watched Endgame. I should see Captain Marvel,
I haven't seen it.
but it's not on Netflix.
Probably will be unless they come out with Disney Plus.
it comes out in December, and I'm sure they're gonna wait to do that.
Comes out in December?
Yeah.
That long? Remember, like, back in the day, you used to be like, oh, gotta wait, like, a whole year until it's on VDV.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're like, oh, been 3 months.
Look at that.
I've owned it for 2 months. Oh, how the time flies.
If you could choose, what would be your favorite Marvel movie?
Well, I do get to choose what my favorite Marvel movie is.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Tyler, can you
Well-
choose your favorite Marvel movie for me?
Well, I don't get to choose, but if I could choose, my favorite Marvel movie would probably be
Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. Okay,
Got it. Chris? Tell me.
because that one was action packed and also funny.
I'd have to think. I'd really have to think because I
Give
really
it
love
a-
Age of Ultron.
Give it a
and
brain blast.
What? You're like literally the only person in the world apparently who says that.
I like Age of Ultron.
I like
Nobody
the,
says that.
I like
I don't
Ultron.
know why.
I like the voice actor they got for him, but
Ultron?
yeah, it was an okay.
I liked him.
Who's the guy who does Thanos'?
Josh
Brolin.
Brolin.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, I guess.
Megan says his voice is like ASMR worthy. Like he's just got a very calming voice when he talks. Even when he's angry, he's still
Josh
talks
Brolin, I
very-
really hope you're not a secret piece of shit or just a piece of shit that I haven't done enough research on because I kind of like him.
Yeah,
He's
he was
cool
good in
dude.
Deadpool too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Literally Deadpool too.
I kind of hope they don't... Disney owns Fox, like,
They said they're
the
gonna
movies.
they're gonna leave the Deadpool movies how they are, and they're not gonna really change them. They're gonna keep them R and stuff, so that'll be good.
Oh, well, is he going to associate with Spider-Man?
They talked about they would want him to be in there somewhere. Like they said, oh, maybe in the third Spider-Man they'll throw him in somehow, but they're gonna do. They said they're not gonna do that. They're gonna do something else, and I don't remember what it
It's
is.
hard for me to imagine him being in a like a regular Marvel movie because he's a different rating. Like he's definitely not a PG-13.
Well, I mean, they did Once Upon a Deadpool, and I'm sure they could do that again.
But I mean,
Yeah. They could just cut down the... I mean,
he's got one fuck to say in a PG-13 movie, so that's the one.
and Ryan Reynolds is, like, one of the producers. Like, he helps, like, make it. Like, he's more than just an actor in it, so...
Oh, but speaking of the third Spider-Man, when it comes out, what they do want to do is they want to get Venom involved in it somehow.
oh, that'd be cool.
Thank God.
But would it be
It'd still be
Buffy McBuff Boy?
Yeah, it'd still be the little buff man. Can't remember
The
his name.
Little Buff Man. It
Yeah.
sounds like a children's book.
The little buff man,
Went to the market.
and he punched him.
He ate
What?
the guy. He doesn't punch him.
What kind of... The little buff man went to the market, he punched a guy, and then he ate them.
Didn't you see Venom? That's what he does. He does exactly that. He's like, I'm gonna tell him he better not. And then he said, fuck it, I'll eat him.
He's like, you can eat this one. He's like,
That was gross, but that's what happened.
accurate facts.
The first like 30 minutes of Venom, I said, I don't know if I like this. But then after Venom stops like just talking to him in his head, and he's like, hey, it's me. This is what's happening to you. He's like, oh, and then the movie's good.
And then he calls him a pussy.
Yeah, he
And he
calls
doesn't
him.
jump out the window.
Yeah, but before that part, I'm like, I don't like this. It's just like he
'Cause
just
it's a romance.
well, it's just like I mean that's fine, but
Well,
it's just kind of like he has schizophrenia for a little bit and he doesn't know it and he just has voices and then he's like, what the fuck is happening to me? And it's kind of weird because Venom is just like saying like one word like phrases and demands to him, but like he can also control him. He didn't have to say anything.
What
It was just
Tom
kind of
Hardy's
goofy,
name in it?
huh?
What was Tom Hardy's name in it?
Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock.
Eddie,
Yeah, he says that.
jump,
Wow, you should be the Venom voice actor.
pussy.
That's actually when you play video games. The when you press the button, it actually you think that when you press the button you control the character, but it actually there's a voice that tells the character in the game to do the things just like that.
I'd be scared. That's like a person trapped in there, like Owen Wilson trapped in a car.
No, but that's for our protection, so that's not the same. That's ethically ambiguous, Jeremy. We're not going to talk about that.
Well,
Anyways, well, Age of Ultron or any of the Iron Man movies, I feel like Iron Man 3 was really good.
are your favorite ones?
Age of Ultron was an Avengers movie.
I said Age of Ultron or any of the Iron Man movies.
Oh, I thought you said and any.
No,
I
no.
thought I was like. I mean, I guess the third Captain America movie was.
I
Avengers
liked
movie
the
too.
third Iron Man because it tied into the first Avengers and he was like having like a real like panic attacks and breakdowns.
Oh,
Like
Chris loves anxiety.
no, I just like how real that is. Like they show the other side of superheroes and how sometimes those traumatic events can affect you and they can affect how you handle situations and how
Even
seeing
Iron Man.
someone bounce back and gain that strength again and have that real struggle. I think that's really important because I mean superheroes. Well, they don't exist. As far as we know, they don't exist.
They
but
don't.
like
You think you just got a whole city
this
blown
whole-
up?
This whole idea that superheroes are their only struggle is fighting the bad guys. That's all they have to worry about. Fight the bad guys and that's it. Like that's kind of boring. Seeing superheroes with struggle and seeing them some people can relate to that struggle, even though it's not from a city falling on anyone or anything like that. But you can have that panic attack or that problem.
I'm a baby boomer, and I think maybe you're just a millennial pussy.
Then fucking fight me, baby boomer. He's not really a baby boomer.
Mine is.
That's a good name
my,
for them.
What?
No, not that baby
Oh.
boomer.
Baby boomer.
They like to piss their pants about everything.
Yeah.
My favorite
My
Marvel.
baby pisses on himself, and he's 1 month old. So grow up.
Yeah, grow up. Stop pissing on yourself.
Yeah, stop pissing on yourself.
Let people have anxiety, fuckers.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Okay, well, you don't want it. Nobody wants it.
Allow
but-
someone to have it and not criticize them for having that problem. Like, just let them have it. Like, it's not, you don't know what they're going through. Like, don't.
If somebody says they're having a hard time, instead of calling them a little bitch, you can just say, that sucks, I'm sorry.
Help them through it.
Yeah, jerk them off.
Help him through it.
I don't.
Oh, he's too good.
Too good.
What?
Too good to get
Too
jerked
good.
off by your friend trying to help you through it.
Whoa.
I got a smart sock for that.
Oh boy.
That's where I was going with that earlier. You said you had a smart sock, and I was like,
I said smart sock, not suck sock, okay?
Well,
no,
it's-
smart
And
sock.
at that point, it's just a fleshlight, okay?
You just got a nap.
Got a nap.
Got a nap. Take a nap.
I just realized it stopped.
Good. He's okay.
Anyways, my least favorite part was when
Charlie the Unicorn came in and assembled the Avengers.
yeah, they needed fucking Charlie the Unicorn to come in and assemble the Avengers because fucking like
Oh.
it's fine that they showed Thor like that, a gamer. That's fine, whatever. But like
Noob Master.
I also kind of
72.
fucking hate that he was playing Fortnite.
Well, I mean,
like
it
Fortnite, we
was
like
with
Fortnite.
the times. He doesn't know any better. He literally comes from Godland, and he comes down, and he's having a bad time.
You know where he came from?
And he's like,
Flat Earth.
All these kids are playing this game. All these kids are playing this game.
More British.
Fortnite.
He's
Doesn't have a British
Australian.
accent. He has like a weird, like,
English.
it's not
know,
English.
it's
England
Australian.
and Britain are the same.
I know.
Okay, honestly though, like real talk, it used to fuck me up so much when we were kids, like third, fourth grade, when they'd be like, Great Britain, England, London, the United Kingdom. I was like, where the fuck are all these places? I was like, the maps has one country and it says these names. I was like, where are the other ones?
Now I'm starting to realize. I just remembered when he said that how we had to sit down and write down all 13 colonies. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
And if you got it right the first time, you didn't have to do
Can
it
you
again.
name them, Chris?
It took me forever to remember the third. I
Na-
can't. What do you
name
think? I
them.
remember them now.
I was literally thinking about that, like, not the 13 colonies, but like the 50 states. I was like, I could name you probably like 400 Pokemon, like just off the fucking top of my head. But I was like asking to name all 50 states, and I'd probably stumble through it for like a good 5 minutes. No, we're not
No,
gonna
we're
fucking
not
do
doing
it.
that right now.
Because
Jeremy,
Pokemon are more
what?
important than
Jeremy,
the
put your
different
fucking
states.
thumb down. No,
We're-
we're not doing
Let's
We're
this.
name the
one
colonies.
country. It doesn't matter what the different states are. We're all the United States, boys. We're the United States, not the individual 50 states. Even
Yeah.
though, just kidding.
Yeah,
there's,
boys.
there's
Maine,
state sovereignty too.
New Hampshire,
Shut up.
Vermont.
Pikachu, Charizard, Bulbasaur.
New York, Massachusetts, Delaware, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, South Carolina,
Jeremy, nobody
North
More like
cares.
Carolina,
Penisvania. Shut up.
Penisvania.
Yeah, penis vein.
Penis. No.
No.
What?
no.
Okay, you can say penis vein.
Hey.
Tricked you. Anyways,
Faked it.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how I could possibly tell you all 50 states. I'd probably forget like 7 of them, but I could tell you Infinity. Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I could tell you all the Pokemon. Not all of them. There's like 1,000 of those. I don't know all of them. But I know a
Bulbasaur,
lot more than the states.
Squirtle, Charmander.
Didn't I say those ones?
I don't know. I was just gonna try to sing the song.
Hey,
but I
did
can't
you guys see the Pikachu movie?
No.
Nope.
Fuckers.
I wasn't invited. Okay, I
It
didn't
was
get to go.
good.
I don't watch kids
No one was
movies.
like, "Oh, Jeremy, you want to
Oh.
go see the
I'm
Pokemon
kidding.
movie?"
The Pokemon movie was good. There was a little.
Did you see the Pocket Monster movie? Pocket
Monster?
Monster Cop Investigator?
What?
Thunder
more,
Mouse?
brother.
Thunder Mouse movie?
Thunder Mouse.
It was so good. I mean, it wasn't like so good, but it was better than a Pokemon live action movie like would have ever been like in your wildest dreams.
I want to see
Lightning
Ash
Rat.
die IRL, okay? Make the Mewtwo movie.
He's 10 and you're a bastard.
He kind of died in the first
very
movie.
first
He's
Yeah.
almost died in every
He
movie.
turned to cement.
He
or
died in the most
stone,
recent one
whatever,
where Pikachu talks.
and then all the Pokemon cried, and then that brought him back to life.
I guess I really don't care that they've kept Ash going because I don't give a fuck about him, so they aren't really ruining him because he wasn't that good anyways.
He
He's
was
not-
good.
he's not-
You
I
don't
mean,
remember
like,
the
after-
episode with the gangs when they say, "What's your name?" He's like, My name is Tom. Tom Ado."
Okay, like the first couple seasons, but after that, it was like whatever. And I mean, it's like been a continuous flow. It's not like you get a little bit of the show like every like 3 years, and you're like, well, now it's shit. Why wasn't it shit 3
Why'd
years
they get
ago?
rid of Brock and Misty for some of the new series?
Because they have jobs other than fucking going and jerking off like Ash's dumbass.
Yeah.
Could have went and jerked off with Ash.
They
and
have
dumbass.
jobs.
They got jobs, man.
They were the gym leaders,
Yeah,
boys.
You know what? They can take a break when you
They
need
did
a break.
take a break. They went with him.
They were with him for like 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years. What kind of vacation is that?
Jesus.
Nothing.
One that would probably leave me depressed for a little bit, but can you imagine just 5 years vacation?
It's called retirement, boys. And then you run out of money and you have to get another job.
And then you die.
And then you die.
Sweet.
You die, like, I can't.
Well, maybe you've saved up enough retirement so that you don't run out of money.
And you don't die.
Well,
yet.
no, you still die.
I said yeah.
Mattress money.
Okay, if you could, if you could die
How would I die?
physically die, is your brain physical? Yes, it is. Okay, is consciousness physical? We don't know.
Spiritual.
Probably.
I mean, it could be the combination of fluids and chemicals in your head that creates that.
I mean, it is. And your whatever around you. Anyways, if you could have your consciousness uploaded into any specific thing, like if you could put yourself in something, what would you be like, I want to live in there instead?
I like to live inside of a piece of technology.
I mean, you could say that. Or you could choose, like, I don't know, like...
A burrito?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yo, put me in that 5-layer burrito.
No, that's popular. I'd get eaten.
I want my girl to enjoy me inside of her one last time. Put me in a burrito.
Tear that ass up one more time.
No. I mean, like, sure, you get to go to heaven. You hang out with all the dead guys that you knew when you were alive, but instead you could go to Mordor and you could help Frodo ignore that
I
dumb
see.
gray fuck
So
who
I
keeps
can be
pissing
put
him off.
anywhere.
Schmeagle.
Yeah, he doesn't say that.
Schmeagle?
He doesn't say his name.
He
He's
says
not a
precious.
Pokemon.
He's like, can I do his voice?
Can you?
Hang on.
Smeagol.
I don't know if I can do it.
I just okay. I'm gonna do a quick. So we were talking earlier. We were talking about video games before we recorded. I think right. We were we were talking about the Elden Ring, and you were talking about Frodo and in Dark Souls. So one of the things is give me that thing, your Dark Soul. And the first thing I thought of when we talk about Lord of the Rings is hand over that thing, your cock ring.
Okay.
What?
I feel like you were holding that in, and letting it out has given you the laughs.
No, now that I've
Okay,
released
I don't
feel
remember
much
saying
better.
anything about Frodo earlier.
No, he talked about Smeagol. So I was thinking about, and you just said Frodo earlier, like 5 minutes ago. I said earlier, but I meant
got it.
3
I
minutes
thought that
prior.
whole conversation was like part of when we talked about video games before, and I was like, this didn't happen. I was like, or I suppressed my own memories. I was like, I wasn't having a bad time, I don't think, but I forgot it. Your brain doesn't let you remember shit that you don't think is important.
That's pretty dumb, because what if I think it's important, and then my brain decides...
Well, then you'll probably do something to associate it with something else so you remember it easier, because I know I do that. Like the Pokemon names. Their names, the pictures, 50 states, they're on some fucking map that I'll just Google, it doesn't matter.
Pikachu, lightning rat.
He's a mouse.
Lightning rat. Raichu's a lightning rat.
They're mice.
Has anyone ever done like a design of Mickey Mouse, but they recolor him as Pikachu instead?
I don't think I've seen that. I've seen Sonic the Hedgehog as
Don't
Pikachu.
take that idea, please. Jess, if you hear this,
Hurry.
do that. Hurry. Make it happen.
I don't want to see that, though.
Thunder
You
Mouse.
saw.
Just text it to Chris.
Text it to me, yeah. Just instant
209
message me.
663 1942.
1942.
Hike.
It was the year I was born.
Wow, you're a grandpa.
Yeah, that's why I pissed my pants.
Grandpa. You know, so you know,
77?
Yo.
you know what else that, you know what else that makes him?
What?
You know what else that makes him? Baby boomer.
I'm mad at you for being alive. You shouldn't have a job with money. Millennial.
Like the old time. So
You
it doesn't
piece
sound
of
like that.
shit.
It comes out in, hey there, buddy. When I'm trying to
I
help
hate
people.
buddy, dude.
I'm like, listen, boy.
That sounds racy.
Huh?
Wow, Chris.
I say boy because
We know why you said it.
what?
You saying boy with a Y or an I?
Boy is a word.
Boy with Y or
Boy.
an I?
Boy refers
Ooh,
to
yeah,
a
yeah,
young
yeah.
person.
A
I
young
say,
lad.
listen here, friend. I'm not a boy. I'm not your buddy. I'm not your pal.
My name is fucking Christopher
Just because
Ray.
I look like I'm younger than you, because I am, doesn't mean you can refer to me as a derogatory because you're older than me.
I really do feel like
Call
Buddy
me
is
sir.
so. I feel like Buddy is so disrespectful. You could be like, "That's my friend."
I've called
I
you
feel
buddy.
like Buddy is and you're a real son of a bitch for it. You know that?
No one ever said nothing.
I feel like Buddy, like I've heard like, sorry, Dad, and my dad's friends if they listen, but like refer to like people that he works with as like his buddy, like.
Hey,
Well,
bud.
that's not bad.
I mean, that's not
they're
bad, but like,
coworkers,
yeah, they're your coworkers, so that's your
Bud,
buddy.
bud.
But I wouldn't be like, I don't know. Like, I feel like other than in that context, anytime I've ever heard it, I'm like, that's gross. I'm like, you're mean. You said a mean thing.
I just feel as though if I am, when I put my name tag on, I'm third in charge of the store. I'm handling the store as such. I'm in charge of a ton of things. For somebody to come up to me and call me or like pal or buddy or bud,
even if I
when
don't have my name
know
tag on,
you-
and even if I'm not in charge, that's still gross.
if I know someone and they say it to me, that's different. I'm like, all right, cool. But
I
like
don't
if
want
I
no one
don't,
call me buddy.
if I don't know you and you call me buddy, I'm like, that's
I feel like that's the only
slightly.
time.
I'm like, listen, I'm in. Call me sir. If I call you sir, call me sir. Like I'm not calling you buddy. If I walked up to someone and said, hey buddy, like as in my uniform, they'd probably complain to corporate,
Yep.
and I would get a write
I
up.
feel like
I
in
don't-
the context that we've been given through most forms of like, I guess we'll say media, like in most like movies or whatever, it's usually like, listen here, buddy. And you're like, kind of like, it's demeaning. It's like it's kind of like someone you don't really respect. You say buddy to, other than my dad, I guess.
yeah,
He says buddy to some people that are his buddies,
Yeah.
like your work buddies. I feel like saying your work buddies is different than calling somebody directly buddy.
Yeah,
Giving somebody the title of buddy is different than calling somebody buddy as in it
well,
was
right.
their name.
Like, and again, like if your dad, if you know, if someone I knew called me buddy, it wouldn't bother me.
You don't
But
fucking
if I
call
don't
me buddy,
know
bro.
you, if I don't know you, then it's different. I'm like, I'm not your buddy.
Yeah.
I'm like in management uniform. Call me sir, because I'm gonna call you sir. Like it's formal. Like act formal to me if you need help, because that's fair.
If you say buddy, don't say buddy.
Yeah, say bud.
Yeah, say fucking bud, bro.
Hey, bud. I'll go.
Those are my buds.
When I go through the drive-through of your coffee establishment,
You don't do
Tyler,
that.
I said when I do,
You don't.
there is
I do.
stuff
Chris
talked
does.
about through it. I can say, hey, bud, let me get a motherfucking
Hey, it's fucking, I want a ice.
Joey Wheeler here.
Yeah, I'm Joey Wheelan. I want ice piss.
ice.
Joey
Fizz?
Wheeler. Can I get that cum cream blend, please?
Supreme.
What?
Cum cream supreme.
Can I get?
It sounds like something from Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Just putting
that's
Supreme
a 5-layer
on-
burrito with extra sour cream is what it is.
Hold the beans,
Let me
please.
get
like
a
squeeze
let me get a 5-layer burrito with out the cheese, beef, beans, just sour cream. Just give me 5 layers
Tortilla
of
with sour cream. Just
Can
like
I get a
mom
5-layer
makes.
sour cream burrito?
Excuse me.
Extra sour cream.
You know what? You could probably order that on the Taco Bell app because they let you customize your order. So you could probably like get
Taco
the
Bell has given me too much power.
It's like, can I get a pizza? Can I get a motherfucking a pizza with
Left beef.
Left
meat pizza? No meat though. No sauce. No bread. And that's gonna be it.
just
Cheese. Just melted cheese in the box. Hey, that's pretty good.
Like anything else? Yeah.
and Diet Coke.
I want it shaken. No fizz.
Can you shake it so when I open it up,
Just fucking bust me in the face?
It busts out the top, and I can spray it on my cheese.
Certainly, sir.
Wait, yes, we can. I love Domino's.
Domino's is
I
hella good.
really love Domino's. They
Let's
do a
be
great job
honest.
over there.
What?
They give me
To
fucking.
be honest,
they give-
Domino's is good. What
yeah,
do
they
you
give you
mean?
pizza right in the box. They shake your Diet Coke up. They let you spray it right on your cheese.
I had Domino's the other day, and I can
You
tell
fucked
you,
up.
I was
Domino's makes me have to
highly
shit no
disappointed.
matter what. You
Domino's
eat
is
Domino's, you're gonna
good.
shit your pants.
I
in a
got it
minute.
with light sauce, and I took a bite, and he's like,
Domino's
sauce busted
is
out of my
good.
pizza.
I'm offended.
Domino's is good. It's good, but I still have to shit my pants.
You're
right after
right.
you eat it.
I mean, that's like me saying I like a chicken sandwich from Jack in the Box. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna.
Shit my pants.
Yeah.
That offends that boy right there.
I don't eat no chicken nothing sandwich from Taco Bell. Yes, I do. I will be there soon.
I want a Del Taco. I want to go eat some Del Taco.
What's that other one? Not Del Taco.
Jim
Jim
Boys.
Boys.
Jim Boys, so good.
Too bad they're dying.
Are they dying?
Pretty much.
They got one in Elk Grove.
Yeah, they
got
do.
one in Elk Grove.
Down at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Yup.
Yeah.
What about
That one used to
what
be the
about-
spot.
Baja Fresh.
The G spot.
Baja Fresh.
The J spot.
Baja Fresh is definitely dying.
Baja Fresh sucks. Okay.
Baja Fresh is Baja Fresh.
Baja.
Baja Fresh is pretty good, but like
Wait, is that the one that's down there?
where?
What?
No, we
What
don't
is
have that. That's
There was one in Stockton, but it closed. Now it's a Dickies.
What's the one that's down there?
Down that way?
Yeah.
Rubio's.
Oh yeah, Rubio sucks also.
Yes. I am not a fan of Rubio's.
I feel like their portions
I'm
have gotten
sorry,
a lot smaller.
But
like in the few
coastal
years.
food.
You just
I
don't
just
like
can't.
seafood,
It's
bro.
because I'm too picky. I was gonna say I'm not picky.
I mean, I
too
like their
picky.
food. I just feel like I'm kind of hungry.
Ono
after I leave.
Hawaiian. Ooh. If
chicken
only
katsu.
if
Okay,
only
I
their
don't like
customer
coastal
service
food,
didn't suck.
But I
would
like
enjoy it
places
more.
that are islands. The whole place is the coast, boys.
They got the middle part. It ain't no coast.
The whole place is the coast.
It's
I only order food from the center of the landmass.
I go to the volcanoes and get my.
I like iron, strictly iron.
Just shave it on my steak iron.
Another
and,
good food to eat,
Yeah.
which isn't really a food, boba. Boba and milk tea.
Didn't you see about there's a...
That girl that drank it, she got
Yeah,
boba all over her
14.
body.
She didn't swallow them. Or she
No,
didn't
she
chew
did
'em.
swallow them. She didn't chew them.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, they're
chew
not
it?
very good for you anyway. But,
What?
like, also,
They're
boba,
not?
it's just like, bro, putting boba in your drink adds, like, 300 calories.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it adds, like, infinity calories
Oh,
to it.
that
And
makes me
honestly, every
sad.
time, like, I love milk tea, but every time I get boba in it, like, I get sick to my stomach.
I don't.
And
but
I don't know
I'm sad
why.
That I know
No,
that
I
now.
used to not. Like, I used to get boba. We used to get boba, like, twice a week. Like, when I was still going to Consumnes. And from Moo, also on Elk Grove Boulevard, good ass place. If you're gonna get boba in Elk Grove, go there. I love them. The honeydew one, good as fuck. The mango one, also good as fuck. The plain one, also good as fuck.
We have a tea culture next door, and it's pretty good.
That honeydew donut from that place in
Donuts?
Stockton
Yeah,
was
the
fantastic.
Big worms in Stockton, pretty good.
Honeydew donut, pineapple fritter.
We need to go back to midnight at Bernie's.
What are we doing? Let's go eat instead of making this podcast.
I have to.
Chris
No,
can't
after this, I
go
have to
eat.
get food for my wife. I could.
Oh,
We
well.
gotta get some chicken nuggets and tacos.
Chicken
box.
nuggets.
Chicken nuggies.
I
Would
don't
you
have
like
to do
a
that.
cheeseburger? Beef sugar.
Chicken nuggets.
Sound like anime.
I just want to see my wife.
So I don't know where would you don't swallow your boba without chewing it up.
I swallow. I chew mine. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I
that's
mean-
the reason why I get it though, because I like to
it's
chew
chewy.
it. Yeah.
If you didn't want it, don't drink
But
it.
now that I know that it's not good for you, it makes me
bro,
sad.
it's like gelatin. Like it's tapioca like balls.
That's all
Tapioca. What?
it- balls.
I guess there was some place in China where some dude got sick after having boba, and it was like they were cutting like little like round parts like off of a rubber boot and putting it in there instead of boba.
Nice.
You can't tell that you could. Oh.
If you boil it up and you cook it for a little while, it probably gets soft. And I mean, when you chew it, do you really make sure it's in pieces, or do you usually like kind of like split it in two?
I mash it. I mash that shit up.
Make some mashed potatoes.
Mash some bobas.
I just mash it up because I like to. I like chewing on it. That's why I get it, because it's soft and chewy.
I do love milk tea though. I honestly may go buy Starbucks and get a milk tea after this. Does it look good?
No, it looks like a mess, but that's all right because we're all a mess. All of us, literally every single person in that picture is a mess.
I don't even look like me. I look like a squinty altar. Like I look like the.
You mean it look
I
like we
look
all
like-
got the off-brand of all of us
Yeah,
sitting in this
I look
room?
I look like Tyler from Universe B. I look like from where like my dad had a different mom, but he's still my dad, and then he has different features, but he still got with my mom. That makes sense. So now I have different features. Oh, it's still recording.
Bye.
Oh no!
No, we're not gonna say bye. Okay, so Chris has a child to get back to, a wife to get back to, food to get to. It's summer this time, so it's hot. We're on the second story of a house. It's burning us.
Above the garage, taking body
Burning
heat.
up, burning up for you, baby.
That's Justin Brothers.
What?
It's the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
So the Justin Brothers.
I don't even know if I've ever heard that song, but the way you sang it, I knew it was them.
It was, so good call.
Yeah, good call. Good job, me. Anyways, so we're going to cut it there. Hope you enjoy this one. There's going to be plenty more this time. There's no school for me. Jeremy doesn't have any more.
Stuff.
Yeah, no more stuff. Chris has been a dad for a whole month, so shout out to Chris for being a dad. Shout out to Megan for being a mom. Shout out for Oliver to being the best baby they've ever fucking had.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jess again. Jess, you have done so much. Thank you so much. We cherish you. Shout out to everybody who's listening. And this has been Things My Friends Say. I'm Tyler.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeremy.
And we will catch you next time.
Bye.